Hello, my friends. How are y'all doing out there? I hope that you are doing well today as we continue with Donald Trump's complete crash of the supply chain. And we're going to see that rippling through America here, I'd say within the next coming weeks. And that's even according to the experts. So don't take my word for it. But we are starting to see that problem happen. The ports are starting to lose a lot of freight, and we'll see that move through the trucking and rail industry here before long. And it won't be long, my friends, a few weeks before we start to see empty store shelves. So today we're going to talk about how Donald Trump has basically admitted that there is going to be a recession. He didn't say recession, but recession, possibly depression, going into Christmas even, and you can judge that by the words that he says in his very own interviews. Now, he was asked if he was okay with a recession happening because of his policies, and he said, oh, everything's okay. I think that's okay. So Donald Trump is basically conceding that his absolutely destructive fucking policies on the economy are leading us into recession. And he can't deny it at this point. That's all there really is to it. So we're definitely going to get into that today. Real quick, as sort of a funny aside, I guess. It was a couple days ago, I had done sort of a joke and I had referenced a Bon Jovi song to make the punchline of that joke. You guys remember? And then later that night, Colbert had put out his show and they used the same joke. So I kind of joked around with it. My feelings weren't hurt. I didn't think they stole my joke. I just kind of joked around like, Colbert, they're watching me over there, paying attention. But an even stranger thing happened yesterday, my friends. I was talking about sort of industries that America does well. And being honest, I don't think I hit the end of that video the way I wanted. I couldn't get the fucking thing right. I tried to record that like 6 times. I'm like, I don't know. I give up. I cannot get these points to come out of my mouth the right way. But one of the industries I pointed to that America does very well is entertainment. We are, well, we're a fucking clown show. That's for damn sure. But we are like the world premier entertainers, whether that be movies, music, TV shows, resorts, tourism, hospitality, these things that America does. We have great influence around the world through our entertainment industry. So it was one of the things I pointed to that we do very well, right? Well, shortly after releasing the video, Donald Trump tariffed movies, my friends. He tariffed movies that are not made in America. And I gotta be honest with you, my friends, I don't need this shit. I sit in my truck all by myself all the time, my little paranoid brain running, and now Donald Trump's watching my videos apparently and got the idea... He got the idea to tariff movies after I said our entertainment industry does pretty well. So Donald Trump, if you're watching, I just have one message for you. Fuck you. You're fucking up the country. Would you stop with your bullshit? So let's get back into the point of everything that is going on. Recently, Donald Trump has been fucking America. We all know that. But worse than that, he's doing it through his absolutely useless and pointless trade wars. And I still got the MAGA dorks running to my channel to say the long-term gain, bro, the long-term gain. These fuckers are gonna walk straight off a cliff if Donald Trump tells them to. Just keep walking. There's an invisible bridge out there. You're gonna be just fine. Boy, he is just leading them off the edge at this point, isn't he? But he's done quite a few recent interviews about everything that's going on with his policies. One thing that really bothered me, he was asked if it's Joe Biden's economy still or if it is his economy. And Donald Trump said, well, basically what we all expected him to say. Donald Trump has said the good parts of the economy are his. And the bad parts of the economy are Joe Biden's because Joe Biden's stupid. That's what Donald Trump said. The good parts are his. The bad parts are Joe Biden's because Joe Biden did a lot of stupid things and spent a lot of money. Never mind that Donald Trump is outspending the Biden administration so far into their term, right? We don't worry about all that. But what's going on with the supply chain crisis that is heading straight towards America is we're going to obviously see, of course, higher prices because of tariffs. By nature, tariffs are going to raise the prices. And then we're going to see a shortage of the normal stuff we buy every day. Of course, that's going to happen because who can afford 145% tariff on most goods out there? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So as that ripple effect is starting to be felt across the economy, and it's just now starting, you get the hillbillies going, what are you talking about? I'm still working 60 hours a week. Yeah, you know what, my friends? There's too many dipshits in America that think that the countries and the global economy is their paycheck and their paycheck alone. It just hasn't hit you yet, is what's going on. It's so eerily similar to COVID. What? I'm not sick. What do you mean there's a virus? What are you talking about? People are very self-centered, let's say. But anyways, as these things are going on, journalists have started asking Donald Trump about Christmas. And if you're not sure, today's like May 5th or some shit like that. So Christmas is quite a ways off. We've got a while until Christmas is going to hit. So however many months that is, I don't want to look like a complete jackass here and sit here and count on my fingers how many fucking months that is. I should have figured that out before I turned on the video on. But this is Donald Trump. Okay, I fucked that up. Let me do that again. He went on a tangent about how instead of Americans buying their kids $30 for Christmas, which sounds fucking weird. Who the fuck does that? But whatever. Instead of buying $30 for their kids on Christmas, they can just have $2. And they can pay a little bit more for each one of those dolls. Now, I want you to reflect on what's going on here, because Donald Trump has somehow sold himself to so much of America as a man for the working class, and he's going to make everything better for you. He's going to make everything cheaper. He's going to raise your wages. He's going to lower your taxes. He's going to lie his ass off about everything that he's going to do for you, is what's actually going on. But the champion of the working class has now said you can no longer afford $30 in this country, and you can afford $2, and you can pay more for them, and you can take that and you can fucking like it, because that's the way it's going to have to go. This is the president of the United States telling you that because of his stupid fucking policies, you can afford less than what you could afford before. And he's saying he is perfectly okay with you being able to afford less. Now, obviously, if you're just saying dolls, it doesn't sound like it matters that much, right? But take out the word dolls and apply that to, I don't know, every fucking thing else out there, and you can afford less of it now. Now, I want to say something about that. I've been saying something, right? A lot of words come out of my fucking mouth, don't they? But this is the same president that enriched himself by billions of dollars 2 days before his inauguration by putting out a scam meme coin to defraud his very own base of their money. Now, listen, I was honestly surprised by that one. It was never, I was never shocked when Donald Trump was selling, you know, Bibles and bumper stickers and t-shirts, and the list goes on, watches, cologne, all that shit. But the fact that he went into meme coins specifically definitely points to the fact that he knows that his base is not that fucking well educated, and knows that he can take full fucking advantage of them. Because anybody at this point in time that falls for a fucking meme coin falls for it. I mean, they deserve it. They absolutely 100% deserve it. And what Donald Trump did was take a playbook straight out of Haktua Girl's fucking playbook, and I don't know. I'm not going to get into her ass too much. Like, it's possible that she didn't understand it and she was taken advantage of, or it's entirely possible that she knew full well what she was doing and she was going to make out like a bandit on that. Donald Trump saw like the same people that think like Haktua Girl is really cool. I mean, it's fine. You can like her if you like her. It's just not my thing. That's all I'm saying. But saw that same group of people absolutely fall for that shit, and he went and sold a meme coin. All right, and most people that are paying attention don't fall for meme coins anymore, but he specifically knew that his base would fall for that shit. And the reason I bring all that up is the same son of a bitch that enriched himself by billions of dollars overnight on the backs of you, MAGA supporters, has now came out and told you that you can have less, and you're just going to have to fucking deal with that. And we are talking about Christmas at this point. That's the conversation that we're having. This asshole, then he said, when he tries to not even backtrack on it, I guess he leaned into it. He was asked again about it, and he said, yeah, I said that they can have two dolls, which to me, it was just the usage of the word they in that like kind of, I'm not that guy that nitpicks like words, but when his usage of the word they very clearly distinguished that he feels like he is above us and we were peasants at the point when that was coming out of his mouth. And he said, yeah, I said they can have two dolls, and instead of 25 pencils, they can have 5 pencils. You asshole. We go out here every day for this country, every one of us. I don't know about every one of us, but so many Americans go out every day. We're just a goddamn cog in the wheel in this country. We get told what to do. We get bullshit wages. We get verbally abused by our fucking managers. We stick with it because we obviously want to take care of ourselves and take care of our family, but we are contributing members of the economy, more so than Donald Trump will ever fucking be. And he has the fucking nerve to tell us, my friends, that instead of 25 pencils, maybe you could only have 5. And the list of things that Donald Trump thinks that we could do with less of is going to continue to grow every time he opens his dumb fucking mouth about what it is that we can have less of. Well, we, my friends, look, this isn't normally a thing I bitch about either. Look, I generally leave presidents alone, but this one's a fucking asshole. We, my friends, pay the cost for him to go golfing every weekend. We pay the cost for him to attend the Super Bowl and leave halfway through it because either his team wasn't winning or the crowd wasn't kissing his ass enough or he wasn't getting enough time on TV, whatever it may have been. Most of us can't afford to go to a goddamn Super Bowl. Are you shitting me? We can't, but we cover the cost for him. We cover the cost for him to go out to fucking NASCAR or Indy 500 events, whatever it is. I know I look like a redneck, but I don't follow car racing, all that shit. I don't know what's what out there, but we pay that. Well, he rides around in the Beast on the fucking oval track out there. God damn it. He tells us we can go with less. And look, he is setting this whole thing up. He is obviously pointing to the Christmas shopping season, and he is telling the American people that we can do with less through his extremely harmful policies. And my friends, I am getting sick to death of hearing all this bullshit about how the long-term gain is what we're looking out for. I covered it in yesterday's video, but this is a pipe dream, a actual literal fucking fantasy. There is no long-term gain for this. We have burned bridges with all of our fucking partners all over the world, including this latest move to tariff movies. My friends, Donald Trump now wants to take away every fucking joy in your life. He wants to... Give me a fucking brain aneurysm, this guy. So you can barely escape from a bullshit life as it is. And then one day you save up enough fucking money to take your family to the movie theater. I don't know why you would, but maybe that tariff involves Netflix. Maybe that tariff involves all these streaming services. Maybe that tariff involves buying the movie. I don't fucking know, because he doesn't know either. But now you've slaved away and you can have less, according to Donald Trump. And now he has made your leisure time 100% more expensive with 100% tariffs on movies, and we're still supporting this shit. The point I was trying to make, I distracted myself, but there is no long-term gain. We burned the bridges with all of our allies all over the world. They have went and seeked out new trading partners. In the event that we bring manufacturing back to America, we would have to pay American workers extremely low wages at long hours, to where we're just getting by. We're probably not just getting by. Soup kitchens and bread lines for us, motherfuckers. But then after it's all said and done, nobody's buying our product outside of America because, quite frankly, we fell behind. The rest of the world does it better than we do. And they've all made new trading partners that they can trust. We're out of the fucking loop at this point. So if your idea of long-term gain was fucking poverty, homelessness, hunger, no jobs or poor paying jobs, or being in a position that you have to just accept whatever small, minor fucking paycheck you can get just so you can afford to feed yourself every once in a while, yeah, that sounds like not a winner to me, my friends. We are completely and utterly fucked. I love you guys. Bye now.